Hello and welcome to I've Seen Everything, where the name is ironic and the reactions are... Hello everyone, my name's Andrew and I'm glad to have you back here with me today. Today we have a classic. I know I've said that before on this channel and it's been true before on this channel, but we have a classic of a different sort today. We have a space horror classic. It's not to say that there wasn't space horror of certain types before this. There was 50s and 60s. You can find some of those mysterious and scary things coming from space, but I really see Alien as sharing a similarity to Star Wars here, and I can tell you what I mean. Star Wars being released in the late 70s was a milestone moment for sci-fi in film. There was certainly science fiction before Star Wars. There are certainly stories that took place in space, but there was nothing quite like Star Wars or that went as far as Star Wars did until Star Wars came along. I feel like Alien exists in a similar space in that it is a milestone, in that it changed a genre and took it far beyond what had been done within that genre before. Horror movies using aliens and space themes and things like that obviously had existed. But this particular aesthetic, production value, the quality of the writing, the quality of the performances, this wasn't some cheap sci-fi B movie. This is a masterpiece of the genre that is still revered by people today. And it was the beginning of something. What we did not know at the time, but so many stories, so many wonderful stories, especially for those of us who love sci-fi and horror, that are legitimately terrifying, of being trapped, already vulnerable in space, trapped in a ship somewhere, at the mercy of some horrific creature that's trying to harm you, kill you, whatever. And so much of how we see that in modern film started with Alien. But anyway, let's get moving. But before we do, if you'd be so kind, folks, please go ahead and check out the Patreon at the link here. The full-length reaction to this movie will be available over on the Patreon, along with full-length reactions to all kinds of other movies, exclusive TV shows, all kinds of stuff over there. I hope you'll go have a look and sign up as a patron. I'd love to have you. Any support you give to the Patreon and the channel here is very appreciated. Thank you so much. And if you'd be so kind as to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button down here, click the bell so you can see when I'm putting out new videos. And that is it, folks. Let's get moving. Let's get to watching 1979's Alien. Here we go. I hadn't thought about that before. I wonder, was this the movie that really made Sigourney Weaver's career? Or was there other significant work that she had before this? This is definitely one of the things she's most known for now. They use silence so well in this movie. They do such a great job of creating the environment, creating the world, and this eerie sense of tension. Nostromos. Or Nostromo, I had it wrong. I really like it when they do that. They make the world feel real and lived in almost immediately by having it be like kind of a grunt job, like like an industrial ship. There's a fair chance I'm going to get caught on some jump scares here because I certainly do not remember everything that happens in the movie. That's the funny thing with kind of retrofuturism, or like going back to older visions of the future, is somehow they didn't think the screens would be better. God, John Hurt was so young there. But he was Winston in 1984. Should watch that if you haven't had a chance. He was really good.
Before we dock, I think we ought to discuss the bonus situation.
See, Mr. Park and I feel that the bonus situation has never been on an equitable level.
Wait till you're out there to start negotiating pay. This is great. All of this makes this feel so real because this is how this would be. This is how people talk to each other. I'm getting the feeling this is going to be a pretty easy edit because I don't think I'm going to be talking that much. He said as he was already talking way too much.
Right?
Okay.
I don't remember when this is supposed to have taken place. I knew at one point, but I've forgotten. I know the story jumps decades between the first and the second one.
Intercepted a transmission of unknown origin. She got us up to check it out.
Human.
Unknown.
This is a commercial ship, not a rescue ship.
Possible intelligent origin must be investigated. Penalty of total forfeiture of shares.
Yeah, I think that got their attention. It's a weird thing to be on the hook for if you're not trained for that kind of thing. They also, that's the other thing. She asked human, and he said he didn't know. Or does that indicate that they have actually had communication with non-human beings out there, with alien life? Unless they mean like unmanned or androids or something like that.
Locked and floating. You can drop us any time now. We'll catch you.
Hold on, people. There's going to be a little bump.
I don't know. Every time they say a little bump in something like this, it turns out to be a hell of a lot bigger than a little bump. Yeah, a little bump, huh? Seems like a hell of a lot more than a little bump. Whole ship seems to be trying to blow up.
It's the whole breeze. I don't see anything. We still got pressure.
That's one of the things I don't remember, too. They're following a distress signal. Who sent the distress signal? Xenomorphs didn't send the distress signal. But right now, it looks like a trap, pretty much. Like they trap these people into coming here.
Get started on core panel. I'll be right down.
What the hell is she coming down here for?
You better stay the out of anyway.
Hey, we're way in the future and sexism still exists. How quaint. Maybe it wasn't sexist. Certainly felt that way.
So what's private with you?
I'll volunteer to be in the first group to go out.
Man, will he regret that. Although I think they'll all regret it. See, look, even that. See, that's interesting. It didn't look like he was in front of anybody. But these little human moments with him.
Does that mean we get full shares? Don't worry, Parker. Yeah, you'll get whatever's coming to you.
He certainly will. But I do wonder if every one of his lines is going to be about his money. She's reading the zeros and ones. She's starting to believe. You thought Neo was the first one who had to read the Matrix. It was Ripley. I don't know if I've watched very many reactions with younger people watching this movie for the first time. I wonder if it still holds up, like after having seen modern effects and stuff. But man, they really just did an incredible job making it feel so real and tactile.
Ash, can you see this?
I've never seen anything like it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, it's been a long time since I've seen Prometheus. Isn't that the ship from Prometheus? Like, don't they lead up to that moment? Or do I have that wrong?
What is it?
It's a huge horseshoe, and we're going to play. And how did they create that in the late 70s? Probably a miniature or something, I guess. Just the scope and detail is incredible. Never seen anything like that before. Nobody, I don't think anybody had.
Alien life form. Looks like it's been dead a long time. Fossilized.
I didn't even see what looked like a body in that until he just said that. Didn't see the head before that. But yeah, there's arms and hands holding onto the thing.
Bones have been outward, like he exploded from inside.
Yikes. Yeah, let me know, because I know Alien Covenant came after Prometheus. Does either of those lead up to this, that what they're finding here? Did they like prequel right up to show you what this was? It looks like it has a facehugger on there, almost. I believe that's what they were called.
It doesn't look like an SOS. It looks like a warning.
Ah, that makes more sense.
I mean, but the time it takes to get there, they'll know if it's a warning or not, yes?
So somebody sent out a warning, stay away from here. And they didn't get it until they did the same thing. Well, not exactly the same thing, but a very similar thing in Event Horizon, which obviously this has almost 2 decades on Event Horizon, but still.
I don't know, but it's like the goddamn tropics in here.
That has to feel pretty weird. Going from where you have the cold of space to having, like he said, it feels like the tropics. It's so warm in there. How much of this did they build and how much did they create by other means, like effects or drawing or different things like that? And how long did it take them? Jeez, it's just so detailed.
And it's full of leathery objects like eggs or something.
Yeah. That is the moment where it should have been like, hey, get out of there. You're about to encounter biological life that you are not familiar with.
Layer of mist just covering the eggs that Reacts when broken.
Yeah, I was going to say, not just a layer of mist. It looks like a protective thing to let the system know when someone's broken it. Like an alarm or something almost.
Wait a minute, there's movement. Organic life.
I would have gotten out of there so much longer, so far before this. I'm like, you don't hang out there and just, when you don't have any idea what this is or what it could do to you. But then we wouldn't have a movie. Every time. You know it's going to happen, and it's still freaky. They just make so many mistakes, and this is the first one.
You there, Ripley?
I'm right here.
Okay, Ripley, I'm at the interlock hatch now.
Right.
She refuses to let them on, doesn't she? Like, I know they eventually get on, but I'm pretty sure she refuses to let them on at first.
They're clean. Let us in.
What happened to Kane?
Something has attached itself to him. We have to get him to the infirmary right away.
I can't do that, and if you were in my position, you'd do the same.
Ah. She didn't relent. He let them in. So it's his fault. It's a difficult position to be in. You have a friend who is in a compromising position. He could die. You don't know. You're trying to evaluate what this is and save his life. But she was absolutely right. You could also completely risk the entire crew, which obviously they do.
What the hell is that?
And they do such an incredible job of making all this look so real and practical. Yeah, did you see the thing wrap around his neck? Yeah, this thing's not playing. Thing has defense systems built into it to prevent you from being able to do that. Maybe he shouldn't have gone sticking his face in the eggs.
Paralyzes him, puts him in a coma, keeps him alive. Now what the hell is that?
Now, we're assuming it's feeding him oxygen. If we remove it, could kill him.
Face hugger, not face sucker. It would be interesting to see a face hugger interact with a different type of being than a human. Is it specifically just meant to use humans as like breeding pods and stuff, or hatching pods? Or could it do it to any organic life form?
That thing's gonna eat through the goddamn hull. Come on!
It has such acidic blood. It's literally eating through the different levels of the ship. But the skin was strong enough to keep it inside the facehugger, obviously. Yet they were able to cut the skin. I don't know. I guess that way madness lies, if you try to figure all that out.
Looks like it's stopping.
Yeah, luckily it was just a little bit of it. Imagine if you had a bunch of that stuff, it'd tear the whole ship apart.
Molecular acid.
Must be using it for blood.
It's got a wonderful defense mechanism.
Yeah, it really knows how to mess you up in a few different ways. It's not playing around.
What do we do now?
Kane to Ash. You get back to work.
Oh, what?
It's a very unusual breeding system for an alien race. You lay eggs that don't have your offspring, but have creatures that are specifically designed to deposit your offspring into the body of another organism. Was that based on something in nature, like that we have on Earth, that breeds that way? Because it seems like a very odd system. Great for a horror movie, but very odd. Yeah, his reaction was the first kind of suspicious thing. Oh, let's not be too hasty about getting it off of him.
Had a little talk. How's Kane?
He's holding, no changes.
And, our guest?
Yeah, she has some things to talk about, like why you went over her head and let them onto the ship anyway. Endangered the entire ship.
Well, it's an interesting combination of elements, making him a tough little son of a bitch.
An android that swears. Heavens. What will the future hold?
You also forgot the Science Division's basic quarantine law.
No, that I didn't forget.
Oh, I see. You just broke it. By breaking quarantine, you risk everybody's life.
Yeah, and isn't he like a science officer anyway? Isn't that what he's supposed to be on the ship? I understand the human plea of help your friend, but it's also a risk that you accept when you go on a mission like this. And she's absolutely right. It's like, okay, you try to save one friend. You're going to end up killing everybody. In this case, especially. This is a horror movie.
I think you should have a look at Kane.
Serious?
Interesting.
Something significantly more than interesting, if my memory serves correctly. I just don't. I mean, maybe they do. Maybe I'm not remembering right. I don't know why they don't do another scan now that the thing's not on him anymore. if you don't know where it is, why would you go in there unprotected? They're leaving the door wide open. I'm sorry. I know I'm pointing out all the illogical things that are happening in a horror movie, which is generally in these eras is full of illogical things. There you go.
Kane?
It's such a good jump scare. And they just drop it from the ceiling.
Cover it with a damn thing, will you?
That's fine. That's a reflex action.
Yeah, they're so concerned with this thing that they don't scan their friend again. But look at this. Someone created this, and look at how biological they made it look.
It's the first time that we've encountered a species like this. It has to go back. All sorts of tests have to be made.
They're also, none of them have face coverings on. Could snatch onto any one of their faces right now. Oh, can't run off now, can you, Dallas?
Look, I just run the ship. Anything that has to do with the science division, Ash has the final word.
How does that happen?
It's a very different role than I've seen him in. I'm not really familiar with Tom Skerritt's early work. I wonder if he did any other sci-fi.
In the park. We fix something, we stay fixed, don't we, Brett, baby?
Well, he's definitely somewhat of a celebratory air they got off the planet okay. For all the good it's going to do them with what they brought on board, you know.
Just freeze him. I mean, if he's got a disease, why don't we stop it where it is? You can always get to a doctor when we get back home.
That would have been a good idea. Put him back in the cryopod. But then he would have brought it back to Earth with him.
Kane's gonna have to go into quarantine, that's it.
Yes, and so will we.
How far to Earth?
10 minutes. Oh, God.
Right.
Yeah, that's the other thing, too. When they get back, the company is not going to break quarantine procedure. They're not going to let them on the ship or let them on the planet.
How you doing? Terrific. Next silly question.
I think he's got one hell of a sore throat and a stomach ache, if I'm guessing.
What's the last thing you do remember?
I remember a horrible dream about smothering.
A dream about smothering, or a nightmare about smothering. I can't recall the last thing he remembers before that.
What happened to this guy when he back to
They have made so many bad decisions here. They just let him back in around everybody.
That's it. Coconuts and pineapples.
Although Ash appears to be observing him pretty closely. But the entire tone is about to change right now.
What's wrong?
This happy ending didn't last very long.
What?
I don't know. Maybe it had something to do with the thing that was attached to his face. And you thought, well, that's over. We'll just go back to normal. It's horrible because it's a bunch of people trying to save their friend, but it's over. And you should get him the hell out of there. Oh, yikes. To watch your friend writhing as something literally is forcing its way out of him. Ooh. Incredible effects. Put something on it. Just making one bad decision after another. Yeah, what are you guys going to say after that? Jeez. Just sat there and stared at it as it ran away.
Anybody want to say anything?
Burial in space, like burial at sea. I wonder what happens if you were to shoot something like that out into space. Where does it end up? Just drifts forever? Does that mean someone else could find it?
Tracking device. You just set it to search for a moving object. See? Again.
2 teams.
Catch it, put it in the airlock.
I guess that thing will come in pretty handy in the dark if they can't see where something's hiding, but I get the feeling that Ash isn't necessarily on board with the catch it and put it in the airlock plan.
I thought you fixed 12 module.
We did. I don't understand it.
The circuits must have burned out.
That's the other thing that's scary about this, and I'm sure when people first saw this, they didn't know. I'm sure that the appearance of the alien, of the xenomorph, was a huge surprise. Like, oh my god, how'd it get that big?
Changes in your destiny, my ass.
They are wildly underprepared. Cat is a jump scare. Ironically, Cat is about the size of the thing they think they're going after.
Now we might pick it up on the track again.
I'll
Go and get it, man.
Kitty crap.
I do not have any recollection what order people die in or how exactly they die. I mean, this is definitely not looking good for him right now. Yeah, I'm getting a really, really bad feeling about him. Jonesy will be okay, which is good. Although he's getting into some trouble for sure. Yep. I think you're number 1, buddy. Well, number 2. What? I mean, maybe I don't understand what's happening. I don't know why there's water falling. Maybe part of the engine cooling system or something?
Oh, baby.
I think Jonesy's going to bolt. Yep. That thing grew fast. The thing was so big, he was staring right at it and he couldn't process what he was seeing. Jeez, that thing busted out of their friend, like what, an hour ago? 2 hours ago?
Disappeared into one of the cooling ducts.
It's using the air ducts to move around.
And it is how many times bigger than it was when it was born?
Drive it into the airlock and zap it into outer space.
This son of a bitch is huge. I mean, it's like a man. It's big.
Kane's son.
I also find it interesting how we kind of glossed past the whole thing about how they became aware of it. Obviously, they had to have found the body or something.
You and Ash take the main airlock. Parker, Lambert, you cover up that maintenance opening, please.
Do any of the movies ever explain how the xenomorphs grow so quickly? Like, again, from the time that they burst out of their host to when they're full size. I mean, again, a couple of hours, maybe? Like, how is it they grow so fast? I don't know if they ever address that. Yeah. We slowly find out exactly how greedy corporations can be. What I don't remember is if he knows already. I mean, right now he's just not getting guidance from the computer at all.
All right, I've got a reading on you now.
Is nerve-wracking in and of itself because it sounds like a heart monitor. He's alone in the air ducts with a flamethrower.
Okay, I'm through. Close all the hatches behind me.
Wow. Really closing off his escape. I have no memory when or how he dies.
Where?
Somewhere around the 3rd junction.
He's going to be exhausted by the time he gets there. Just crawling through all these vents hunched like that. Only to be rewarded by looking up at some point and seeing the thing right in front of him.
It's moving right towards you.
He doesn't know if he's running straight into its path or not, I don't think. Yeah, it's behind you. Yeah.
Dallas?
It's the ultimate jump scare. That's the thing they keep glossing over. Someone had to go in after him.
I'm for killing that goddamn thing right now.
Yeah, he's mad.
Do we have it cornered and then we'll blow it the fuck out into space? Is that acceptable to you?
Ash is staying quiet about killing it.
Refueling.
Will you get it, please? Ash, go with him.
No, I can manage, Ash.
Man, I don't know. At this point, I don't know why anybody would be volunteering to go anywhere by themselves.
Any suggestions from you or Mother?
No, we're still collecting.
Also, to call your computer system Mother is creepy. It's very Norman Bates.
I've got access to Mother now, and I'll get my own answers, thank you.
That little head turn. He's not happy about her having access to the system. Unable to clarify. Computer doesn't seem to be worth much. Ah. So now we get a sense that there is something the science officer is hiding from them.
There is an explanation for this, you know.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Collect the alien at all costs. Crew can die. Crew's expendable. All other priorities secondary. The greed of a corporation, even in space travel.
Ash, open the door.
At this point, he just looks crazy. Like he's executing a mutiny.
You open the door?
Oh, there it is. I didn't think they revealed it that quickly. I had forgotten a lot of this scene. I didn't remember he actually tried to kill her. I do remember this is a very odd method of choosing to kill her. Like, it seems like there was all other kinds of ways you could go about this. Well, they came in at exactly the right moment. The way he's acting, it seems like he's malfunctioning or something. Like something happened to him. He was fine. Oh, there you go. He was fine back in the room with Mother, and then he started flipping out. Again, not just trying to kill her, but acting like he was malfunctioning.
Jesus. It's a robot. Ash is a goddamn robot.
So I'm presuming the white stuff is, I mean, it's acting as his blood, but is like some type of hydraulic fluid or something. Android with a head hanging off of him, and he's still attacking. It's a tough thing. Somebody thought up that idea. It's certainly unique, that's for sure. It's a very strategic cut right there. Didn't notice it at all. Covered it well, guys. Nicely done.
Ash!
Yes, I can hear you.
Try to kill her now. See how that works out.
Bring back life form. All other priorities rescinded.
Yeah. Company doesn't care if you live or die.
How do we kill it, Ash?
You can't.
He's not going to help you. His whole priority is to keep it alive.
Perfect organism.
You admire it.
I admire its purity.
This is a hell of a way for Ian Holm to have to give this monologue, or have to deliver these lines.
We'll take our chances in the shuttle. Blow up the ship.
Well, at least now they're staying together. At least for the time being. Oh, God. I spoke too soon.
Come back up here, I'll shut the switches off and we'll blow this fucker off into space. Ready?
Take care of yourself.
7 minutes.
I really thought when he went down there on his own that he wasn't coming back. And I know, it's still not looking good, or still not going to be good, but I thought for sure that was when he was going to go.
How you doing?
Fine.
Jones?
I don't know. I mean, I'm all for taking care of the cat, but I don't know if that was the time to abandon, like go searching around trying to find a cat, wandering by yourself.
Jones? Come here, boy.
I mean, Jones has gotten at least one person killed already. Not that that's his fault.
Jones?
I'm starting to get worried it's not Jones. Jeez, Jones. All the jump scares. I get the feeling you are not alone in there. Oh, I'm wrong. It's them who's not alone. Some people freeze when they're petrified. She needs a jump. Yeah, I understand she was petrified with fear, but they might have stood a chance if she had been able to move. I'm sorry. I know she was terrified, but she got both of them killed. He had a flamethrower or something. He could have just killed the thing, but he would have killed her too. He's trying to save her. And she couldn't, it wouldn't or couldn't move. You're alone, Ripley. Get out of there. The terror to realize that, suddenly realize that you are completely alone on a ship with a terrifying monster that's hunting for you. All of these things put this way specifically so they can't be done on accident. Of course, it's really slow to like to be able to do it, which increases the tension that the thing is going to jump out at any moment.
Detonation expires in T-minus 5 minutes.
This is how good they are at building the tension. I know basically what happens. I'm still on the edge of my seat, literally, or how all this is going to unfold. Does she think it didn't see her? Also, can xenomorphs not hear? Because it definitely would have been able to hear her. And she left the cat behind. I didn't know at first why she was trying to stop the self-destruct, but it was because the xenomorph is blocking her way to the escape pod, I guess. So now she has to find a way into it. She's now not only fighting the xenomorph, she's fighting the ship that's trying to kill her too. The odds are pretty well stacked against Ripley, I think it's safe to say. Everyone ends up with a flamethrower at some point, but it doesn't seem to help all that much. I don't remember if she has better luck, hopefully.
Jones.
We left the cat there. Maybe as bait? She's walking a tightrope, trying not to encounter this thing, while also simultaneously making it to the escape pod.
You now have 1 minute.
You better hurry or you're going to go down with the ship, whether you're in the escape pod or not. Yeah, that's right. I was watching. I saw all the switches she got. I know how this is supposed to go. They certainly weren't random switches.
14, 13, 12.
You'd be lucky if she gets clear enough, quickly enough.
1.
Well, that is a very big explosion. Apparently a two-pronged explosion. How many times does this thing blow up? I get it. The ship is destroyed. All because Kane went poking around too close to the eggs, and they let him on the ship. I forgot about this part. They really do a good job of like selling you on this whole thing of like, well, that was tough, but she made it, and she's okay now. But that's not how these movies go. Hey, Jones gets his own cryo bed. Yeah, of course. You can get undressed and get comfortable. You're certainly not going to have to encounter any other difficult situations. Danger's over. Long past. Just try to forget it happened. Couldn't be that there's something right there. Literally right in front of you. I have a hard time believing it would be fooled by this. It was waiting for you. I mean, she didn't really have time to come up with a plan. Okay, so it's not attacking yet. The last big adrenaline-fueled sequence. Can a scantily clad Ripley get into this spacesuit before the xenomorph is able to get to her? The quietest attempt to put on a spacesuit rig ever. Now, she got it. Now what? That thing has shoulder pads like she's going into combat. Strapping in. Singing to herself, trying to keep herself calm. Didn't remember that. Yeah, that made it plenty mad. Alright, Ripley, we need another phase to this plan. Yeah. And you need it quick. There you go. Airlock. Maybe that was the plan. She was trying to bait it. She has it and then she doesn't. Roast the thing. Now, you could finally breathe a sigh of relief. Jeez.
Cargo and ship destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks. This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo.
For all her trouble, she's in a lifeboat, hoping to be picked up by someone. Sending herself on a journey it's going to take 6 weeks to somewhere that hopefully someone will find her, but she doesn't know. So she could still just never be found. Crazy. Crazy way to end a horror movie. And so quiet still, too. Anyway, that's it. Let's go to the wrap-up. Well, I feel like I start so many wrap-ups with well that I should do like a supercut of all the wells at some point. A movie that gave birth to modern space horror as a genre. A movie that launched a horror/sci-fi franchise that has endured for not 50 years yet, but I think we're at 45 years. Yeah, something like that. Alien Romulus just came out last year. I mean, they've had big gaps of time, but we have that, and I think there's a TV show that came out, but I haven't seen. Alien Romulus is the only one I haven't seen at this point, and I'm hoping. Like, again, there's others that I've seen once, but it's been a long time. I don't remember everything that happens. But one thing I do remember that happens is I know is a big time jump. It's like 50 or 60 years or something like that before they actually find Ripley. So this whole thing where she sent herself out, I'll get to this whatever this place is in 6 weeks, and, you know, hopefully somebody will, this is a highly trafficked area, so hopefully somebody will find me and pick me up. Yeah, that apparently took 50 or 60 years, I think. But I'm hoping Alien Romulus, they've dealt with this before. Ripley apparently had a daughter, but she was already gone by the time they found Ripley, like she'd already passed away. I'm hoping they deal with that time gap, like maybe Alien Romulus is dealing with Ripley's daughter or something. I don't know. I don't know enough about it to know where in the timeline they've put it. I don't know how I feel about the Alien Earth thing they're going to do. I always get a little sketchy when they bring these creatures to Earth, as far as kind of loses something, you know? But what can you say about this? There's so many great things here. Like I said, so many things that are such a step forward, orders of magnitude of progress in the concept of a sci-fi horror movie, let alone one specifically that is so tied to the fact that it's taking place in space. One thing I'm not super happy about on rewatching, or one thing I wish that they could change, is that there are still too many of the kind of stupid horror movie mistakes. The whole situation here is created by people making bad decisions, that kind of stuff. The first thing, Kane not being careful enough when they're exploring the planet, falls down with the eggs. Like, even if he falls down with the eggs, the next step should be immediately to get out of there. You don't know what those things are, and especially if they're moving. Again, get out of there. He gets attacked by the facehugger, and this is where it all starts. But like, again, over and over, we have situations where people aren't telling people things, which is, again, part of the kind of drama of the story. That one of the other villains here, one of the other main villains here, is the corporation. Because anybody else, like, their main focus once this alien was on board would be to kill it, get it out of there, get rid of it any way you can. And when you have a force from within working against you, like, no, we want to keep this and we want to make a profit off of it, and we don't care if all of you die. We care more about getting this thing back to us. But also the mistakes of so many people just going off on their own, making bad decisions. Like, at a certain point, why would you go off on, like, you're just asking to get killed if you go off on your own. And these are classic kind of horror movie dumb decisions. They're good for creating suspense. They're good for creating kind of the edge of your seat thing while you wait for the jump scare. There's something in modern horror, not all of them, but in a lot of them, where I feel like they've started trying to write in different explanations for certain situations to occur, where it's not the person making some dumb decision that gets them killed, but people doing the right things, people doing the things that they should do, but somehow things still go wrong and they end up in a bad situation or end up getting killed or whatever. I feel like it's scarier when you do it that way, because when it happens this way, you're like, oh yeah, why the hell would they go down that dark, into that dark part of the ship by themselves? This dumb idea. Of course they got themselves killed. It's scarier when you have a thing, it's like, they didn't do anything wrong. They did absolutely everything they should have, and it still got them killed. That's terrifying. I wish on the stories, not just in this, just in horror movies in general, that they would have come around to that a bit faster. Horror movies for so long, the whole point was just the jump scare, or just the scary moment, just the horrifying image that was going to stay with you after you left the theater and all of that. To spend a little more time on the story, make it a little more intelligent, I think, has definitely benefited this genre, has definitely improved this genre in modern horror, and I think could have made so many of these movies even better. And back in the days when these were released, it makes me interested to see Alien Romulus and see what they were able to do. I can't remember who directed this one. I remember hearing that Neil Blomkamp was going to direct an Alien thing at one point. I don't know if that ended up actually happening. But aside from that, which is, you know, something that all horror movies of a certain age kind of fall victim to, or it's seemingly all of them. What can you say about Alien? It's classic. The atmospheric tension that they create, just with the silence, just with a certain shot, just with the unknown and selling that properly. One example that always stands out to me, and I don't think that this is giving too much away because it's right at the beginning of the movie, but in the Batman, or Robert Pattinson, the new Batman movie, there's this part where they sell the presence of Batman by the fact that he can appear out of the shadow, terrifying people enough that he doesn't have to be everywhere because they're scared enough of him. They see a shadow behind them like Batman could be in that shadow, and that's enough to feel that presence. That's an amazing device to employ. In Jaws, they have so many different things that indicate the presence of the shark without showing the shark. In this movie, you feel the presence of the xenomorph everywhere. And I think when you do a horror movie monster or a creature, just any kind of antagonistic force that is just like this thing that's going to come at you out of the shadows and try to kill you, I think that's how you have to do it most effectively. Generally, I think you want to show the creature as little as possible. I think maybe they even showed the alien a little bit too much in this movie. If they'd showed it a little less, it probably would have increased the fear of it, the terror, you know. But if they did, I think it's close. I don't think they went like way over the top with it. I still want to hear an explanation about how the xenomorphs grow so quickly. Please let me know. Like, don't spoil anything, like if it's an Alien Romulus or whatever, but like if you know somewhere that they explain that, just like give me the title of like whatever movie or comic or whatever it was where they actually explain that. That's one of the only things I can't figure out. I remember watching this for the first time. I did not see this when I was young. I think I did see this only for the first time a few years ago. And being able to see why it was such a classic, why it held the place that it did within sci-fi and horror and kind of forging this genre, this subgenre of kind of like specifically space horror. And it holds up. You can feel the age on a few of the things, certainly on the screen graphics and stuff, but it still very much holds up. And good filmmaking, I don't think ages that much. I think it always comes through. Even if there's some little footnotes to show, yeah, this is from a bygone era, there are still things that will get you, story elements that will get you, no matter how long it's been. And that is always the mark of a good story and a good movie in this case. So I'm glad to have been able to watch it again. I think my voice is starting to go on me a little bit. If you'd be so kind, folks, please go ahead and check out the Patreon at the link here. The full-length reaction to this movie will be available over on the Patreon, along with full-length reactions to all kinds of other movies, exclusive TV shows, all kinds of stuff over there. I hope you'll go have a look and sign up as a patron. I'd love to have you. Any support you give to the Patreon and the channel here is very appreciated. Thank you so much. And if you'd be so kind as to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button down here, click the bell so you can see when I'm putting out new videos. Thank you for being here to watch this with me. Thank you for voting for this. I really appreciate it. It narrowly beat out RoboCop. I had to put it to a tiebreaker poll. And I will see you on the next video. Take care.